Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. So, I know I'm a little bit behind now, but I've just been so swamped with other stuff in life. So, yeah, I now have, as of this recording, I now have episodes 8 and 9 of Andor to do, and episodes 2 through 6 of Tales of the Jedi. So not too proud of myself on that, but we're gonna get episode 8 done today. So yeah, let's without further ado, let's get into it. Here's Cyril and his boring job. Kind of weird seeing sandals in Star Wars. Like, I'm sure they exist, but it's just so weird seeing another like thing on Earth here in the realm of Star Wars.
I'm Lieutenant Dedra Mira. I'm the ISB supervisor for the Morlana sector.
Oh, so it's a moon? Narkina 5's a moon? Looks like it. Oh. So I wonder why Narkina 5? Like, what the 5 represents. Is there a Narkina 1 through 4? And, like, if so, what are those for?
It's the first one he's made. Drill down is exactly what I want to do, sir. Drill down, find Andor, and get a hunt started.
So are we gonna see her finally with the Death Troopers? Why aren't they allowed to take their shoes? Seems very invasive to me. Kind of.
You may stop.
Raise the alarm one more time, and it won't be me you're speaking to. Forget this happened.
Obviously he's not going to.
On program. That means hands on head, eyes front, feet on the floor. Do it.
Zapwood. What?
This is, I think, either the second or the third time they've said feet on the floor. And for ever since, I've been trying to figure out what they mean by that. Because, like, of course his feet are going to be on the floor. But I think I figured it out. I think it means, like, aliens. Aliens who have multiple limbs. Now, I don't know what exactly the Empire classifies as feet in aliens, but I think that's why they say feet on the floor. At first, it seemed obvious to me, like why would you need to say that? But then, okay, yeah, I get it now.
My name is Kino Loy. I'm the 5-2D unit.
Hey, it's Andy Serkis. Let's go. I mean, that was already kind of spoiled because, you know, obviously it's like a week after this episode first came out, and yeah, but I didn't know what role he was gonna play, but it's fun seeing him, especially, you know, not when he's you know, when he's playing himself, meaning he doesn't have any CGI or yeah, motion capture, whatever on him. It's just him. I love that in the first Black Panther movie. I thought he was great in that, and so I'm really hoping that he, even though I'm sure he's going to have a small role in this show, really hoping that it's a memorable one. And I'm sure it will be, because he's a really good actor. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Melshi,
Down 10.
you're a man short. You'll give us a pass.
Good. He won.
And Melshi. Melshi was in the Rogue One movie, excuse me. He was, what was he? Was he a pilot, or... No. No, Melshi was... Maybe he was just a soldier. I can't remember, but... I know he was in the Rogue One movie, so that's... Wow, that's now two interesting new characters that that I'm most interested in seeing more of.
Father's looking for you.
You're drinking squigs.
Oh, I've lost my taste for it.
It's disgusting.
But that's the point.
I should find Dad. Nice to see you again.
What do you mean that's the point? It's disgusting. Why drink it? I mean, like, okay, maybe tradition, but it's like, surely there are other traditions that you can kind of take part in. I mean, I don't think the Empire really cares if you're, how strict you are in terms of adhering to your culture. It'd be really ironic if they did, because they don't really like other cultures, I think. Or at least I assume, because, it's an empire. It's a fascist regime. New ideas, no, they don't. Gotta say, whoever the director was on this episode sure loves them some feet. Good lord. What is this? Was it Quentin Tarantino or somebody who... Because, see... Like, really, people, I get it. Yes, you show me their dirty feet. I don't need to... You don't need to keep bashing me over the head.
I became a senator at 16.
So this is where you met?
No, we'd already been married a year.
So romantic.
And traditional. The old ways of Chandrila.
Married at 15. Eeh. Underage. So, like, I know this is Star Wars, but, like, so they probably have a little bit different, age requirements, or, when you become legal, I don't know, but it's like, still, it's technically like a child bride, or at least a teenage bride. That's kind of, ooh, man, I don't really like that.
Tighten up!
God, it should be so disgusting. I mean, I know you get your own tube, but it's like, oh, God. And without taste, oh, like, gross. Is that...
Where did you go?
That's Vel.
I've no idea. Where away?
It's Cinta!
Cold now.
Yay! Vel and Cinta are back together. That's so nice. Oh, I was hoping that would happen. I was so worried that Cinta was gonna die. I kind of wished we had gotten like an episode about her escaping Aldani, especially after seeing that big Star Destroyer coming into orbit. You know, it's just like, so I'm a little annoyed that they, I guess, didn't feel that was important to show. I mean, I would have loved a whole episode just about her escaping from Aldani. I think that would have been, I would have loved seeing that. That would have been very exciting. But I know, Cassian's the main character, but still, it's like, come on, I want to see more Cinta. I want to see more Vel.
Up front. Struggle will always come first. We take what's left.
Got some relationship tension there, I see. I hope they don't have a falling out. It'd be kind of disappointing. I do also like how Star Wars is, like, you know, really pushing this lesbian couple, and you know, because like Star Wars hasn't really done that before. So they're like, hey, look at we, you know, look at this lesbian couple. We are forcing you to not only look at them but empathize with them and see that they are people. And it's like, I really like that. So thank you, Star Wars. That's, you know, that's very good of you.
Let's go, let's go!
So Pat, I think, is a rebel. He's guy who is kind of guarding the communication device. Maybe disguised as a shop owner, maybe? I don't know. Run, Bix, run! Okay. Think we're about to seesaw.
What are you? Luther?
I find it really interesting, this conversation, because I think there is a difference between the two. You know, before I kind of thought that Luthen, when he was showing his true colors to Mon Mothma in the recent episode, I was thinking, okay, so he's pretty much just like Saw. But now there's a difference. I mean, because at least right now, Luthen wants to hit the Empire hard. And I think Saw wants that as well, but he's also stubborn. And I think it's really interesting if you think about his past. Because he, in the Clone Wars, he worked with the Jedi to free Andor, and that was a really good arc. That was a really good arc. I really liked that story. But spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen it, you know, that was at the end of that little rebellion. He lost his sister. She died, which I'm thinking it hit him pretty hard. Took him by surprise. And B, that was like shortly after, then it's like, the Republic was replaced by the Empire, which was pretty much like an exact replica of the thing that Saw was fighting so hard against. And so, I think that it's really interesting, and I think that's why he doesn't really want to work for other people, because he's had this troubling past where, for all we know, the last time that he would consider that he, really worked with people, that's when Steela died. And so, he's not at the point yet where in Rebels he was like, "Hey Ezra, come join me." He wasn't quite at that point yet, because by then, yeah, of course he realized that, he did need the help of others. He was still stubborn, but he realized that he did kind of need the help of others to succeed against the Empire. So, I really find this conversation especially interesting, especially if you've seen the Clone Wars and Rebels. Oh, I think part of this was from the trailer.
What are you doing? Get him out of here.
Alright, everybody. Well, that was episode 8. Pretty good episode, as has been the case. I thought it was nice for them to check up on some of the lesser characters. I say lesser, meaning, like Bix and Brasso and Marva, who haven't had as much screen time since at least the first 3 episodes. So, yeah, I kind of knew with the whole Dedra and Bix, that whole interrogation, I kind of figured that they were going to end on the cliffhanger. Wait until the next episode, episode 9, to see what's going to happen with that. Now, I think I have read that the actress Adria Arjona, I think, I'm probably butchering her last name, and if I am, I apologize, but I think she's confirmed that she's going to appear in season 2, so I think that means that, yes, she'll survive this, probably escape, or I don't know, maybe the Empire will use her. I kind of doubt it, because she's probably one of the people that would rather die than help the Empire, but who knows? I personally think she doesn't have much left to lose. Tim has been dead for a while, so, yeah, anyway, so that's episode 8. Wait a second. Written by Beau Willimon. I recognize that name. That guy. Hold on. I had turned my phone off. Just wait for it to boot back up. I turned my phone off because I don't want it ringing and then, you know, the notifications popping up while I'm recording. So that's yeah. But let's see. Okay, so let me just make sure. Yep, I'm on Wi-Fi. Okay. So Beau Willimon. Beau Willimon. American playwright, and yes, he worked on House of Cards. He didn't work on all of the show, but he worked on a lot of it, and you know, that show, at least for a while, was really good. It was really good, and so I kind of like the fact that he wrote this episode, and I do think it's interesting because, you know, House of Cards, of course, is a political show, and so he already knows how to write a good political thriller. So, you know, I am hoping this isn't the only episode he's written, but good job, Beau. Pretty good, solid episode. I hope you weren't too responsible for the feet, though. I mean, that was a little excessive and Quentin Tarantino-ish. No offense to Mr. Tarantino. He himself is a really good director. I don't know how I'd feel about him doing a Star Wars thing, though. You know, that's just me being honest. He's good in his own right, but, you know, Star Wars may not be for him. So, anyway, long story short, that was, like I said, episode 8, and yeah, so, great, solid episode, and, yeah, so I will, see you all in the next one.